I'm Stacy Keeter with Cast and Crew Presents, and this is Master Your Craft. Today I'm excited to chat with Kirsten Thayer. She's VP of User Experience at Cast and Crew, to walk us through our recent updates to our products and how they were made with our client experiences in mind and how we continue to evolve. Hi, Kirsten.
Hey.
So for someone who doesn't know about the PSL Plus DPO integration yet, how does it actually work?
Well, thanks for asking. We're excited about that. The reality is we're connecting the POs, the chart of accounts, and vendors between the two systems and sending that data seamlessly downstream from DPO into PSL. And there is also the approval information that is synced between the two systems and sent downstream from DPO into PSL.
And what kind of challenges for the production accounting team does this solve for?
The problems it really solves for them is the duplicate data entry that they have, having to chase down and track email approvals, which, at least for vendors, often happens outside the system. And they have to submit information manually into PSL from DPO, and somebody's having to do that on a daily basis.
Right. Can you walk us through the auto sync? What happens when a purchase order gets entered into DPO?
Sure. Well, first of all, that information is getting updated near real time. If you're entering information in one, within a second, you'll see it in the other system. Vendor information, so let's say you're putting that in, again, it's going to be pulling in from PSL, or you're entering it new, it's going to send that downstream into PSL.
How do the approvals work in DPO to PSL?
Similarly, because you can set up whatever your approval flow is in DPO, that's automatically going to sync downstream into PSL. So whatever those statuses are, you'll see those. And it allows you, again, if you have teams that are not working all together, you might have a team in one location and the other team that's working in another product. They can see that information real time.
And how does instant mobile access change the way production teams can work in the field?
Yeah, again, there's a lot of the approval stuff that's time sensitive. So the fact that you can deal with all of that, approve a PO, deal with any of that on the move is really what that's intended for, so that you're not slowing down anything in the process. And we all know that those types of things, you're out in the field, you need something to be approved so you can go ahead and make a purchase, what have you.
From your perspective, what part of this integration is most exciting for the users?
I'd say transparency, visibility remotely on your mobile phone or anywhere on where things are is a real game changer for folks. And removing the tedious work out of their schedule, and so they can focus on the things that are more important, that actually are what they're valued for in terms of their skills.
Right. The estimating and
all that. Yeah. You know, data entry is not necessarily what people sign up for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in the spirit of speaking about how we make things easier for our clients, it's a great example of one of the collaborative partners that we are lucky enough to work with. Tell us about Evid. They are a global payment company that also provides P-card services. Explain how we've integrated with them.
Yeah, well, I think they're a great partner because they're in 150 plus countries, and as if you read the news, you see about how many productions are going international. So they were a great natural fit for us. We do support productions all over, and because they can pay in all these different currencies, it just seemed like it was a great fit. We have an integration with them for both P-cards as well as payments. So it is really a nice addition to the portfolio and a great way to help customers who are looking for that type of solution that covers both the P-card and the payments. And they have a great vendor solution within their offering that, again, seamlessly works with what we're doing.
How does the Evid prepaid Visa card work?
I'll talk about it in the context of how it works with our system. I don't know if I'm prepared to speak about how all their stuff works, but they have a virtual or a physical card that you can use, and you can turn them on in mobile. So those can be available pretty instantaneously and sent down and syncs with our system. So if they're doing a payment in one of those 150 countries in whatever currency, we're going to get that information automatically into PSL.
Can you share an example of how production might use EvidPay during an international shoot?
Let's say you have a unit in one country. that particular unit, somebody needs to do a payment and they can get a virtual card issued immediately, instantaneously. They can pay with that local currency to whomever that vendor is, and then that information is going to post automatically into PSL.
Okay. And does Evid handle the international tax documentation?
Yeah, they do. In fact, in addition to the tax information, that whole handling of who even gets access to it is really handled through headquarters. So if Department A should get it or shouldn't get it, or even the limits on what they want to give, let's say they say, wow, you are allowed to have a limit of 10,000. They can automatically adjust it if that unit or whomever says, well, it's actually this much. They can change those limits immediately, instantaneously, so that they can go out and do what they need to.
So beyond card spending, how does Evid help with vendor payments?
They have a really robust solution related to their vendors because they've built up this database of vendors over years, and they've catered to the entertainment space. So if that vendor doesn't already exist, it's really easy to onboard another vendor and the approvals of those vendors all within their system. And again, it makes it easy too. So all of that 1099 aspect is handled by them with the vendors.
It saves a lot of time. There's a lot of work in tracking down W-9s for vendors. So that's a great benefit. So what kind of visibility does this give productions into their spending?
Sure. Well, first of all, you have all of that information in PSL that you can report on. So that's the one that people may be most familiar with. They also have their own set of tools that you can go in and look and track across any budgets, any vendors, any area, and you can see. And there's thresholds that they have to track if you're going over in a particular area or under, because that's also important too. You want to make sure you're spending all the money that's in your budget.
Yeah, not too far under, but you gotta spend
Find
it.
that, land the plane properly.
In your experience, how does removing petty cash and paper POs improve not just speed, but compliance, safety, checks in the mail?
I mean, again, because you've got a fully digital process here, and that audit trail is there of what's happening, the chain of custody is there, you're removing or reducing the threat of fraud, theft, loss, and you're helping to speed up the reconciliation process at the end of the production.
So why is it so important for us to find these kinds of strategic partners for PSL Plus?
The industry has continued to evolve, and although folks may really like to use the tools that they have, like PSL is something very familiar to teams, we also want to make sure that we're being a good partner as clients want to try out new tools, and so that we're being flexible to meet them where they are. Because we have different types of customers, and each ones might have a different set of needs or where they're working, et cetera. And so for us, that's a key part where we can act as a hub for the production finance teams to get all of their information in one place.
So without giving too much away, how do these integrations shape the future of cast and crew's connected workflow?
A lot of it is about more near real-time integrations, standardizing the integration process so that we can scale things quickly for clients. We really have heard the desire, the need for data being sent seamlessly, system to system, real-time or near real-time. So that's really the direction that you'll see in integrations with more third parties than we're doing today, as well as making sure that data that's in one system is available in other systems or for reporting or analytics, et cetera.
All right. So now that we covered all things that are connecting our products and easing workflow.
Should I be afraid?
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Oh, gosh.
So
Okay. Let's go.
let's have some fun. Coke or Pepsi?
Diet Coke. Oh. Sorry. I wouldn't drink either. Okay. Diet Coke.
Oh, you don't drink either?
No, Diet Coke. Like
Okay.
I'm a Diet Coke purist.
Okay. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Oh, absolutely morning person. Like I will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning if I need to, if I have something. After 10 o'clock, my mind is a sieve.
Well, if you're starting at 4 a.m.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't have a problem getting up. I don't need like 10 cups of coffee to get me out of bed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite feature at Cast and Crew on any platform that you've worked on during your time here?
Oh, absolutely. The crew dashboard. It was the first big thing that we launched that had a huge impact on anybody who's getting paid being able to quickly self-service the things they need.
Here's the next question. What's something you're working on that you're excited about?
Very, very excited about some self-service items that we have coming up. I think the biggest of those is workflow approvals. Every single client has their own custom approvals. If you think about the start packets, and one piece of, one start packet thing might require 5 approvals, something else might require 1 or 2. And that flexibility and putting those tools in the hands of our clients that they want, to me, is something I'm very excited about because it's a great user experience, and we've built it in a way that we can provide white glove service if our clients want it, or they can do it themselves. So that I'm excited for.
Yeah, no, that is exciting. Before we wrap up, we end every episode with the same question. It's what this show is all about.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh gosh. Okay, go on.
What does it mean for you to be a master of your craft?
Having deep domain experience about our customers and having a lot of empathy for what they deal with day in, day out, that to me is critical. If you're doing user experience in this space, you better understand the pain that your customers are living through and the end users are, and be tireless in thinking about how do we make that better, because they're working long hours.
They really are.
Yep.
There's a lot that comes across their desk on a daily.
Yep.
Kirsten, you were great today. Thank you. Got a question for our team at Cast and Crew? Send it in. We might just feature it in an upcoming episode. And if you want more conversations like this, please like this and subscribe to Cast and Crew Presents wherever you watch and listen.